Okay, now let's do some linear equation examples. Linear equation examples. Now, to do linear equation examples, we want to start with some basic things. If I say slope equals 3/5 and y-intercept equals 6, that means I can write an equation very easily using y equals mx plus b and simply plug the respective piece in. So y equals 3/5 x plus 6. I can go over to graph it and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I have a graph using a y-intercept and a slope. And I have an equation all put together, and I have the whole package. Now, what if I have slope equals 1/2, and I have the point 0, 5? Well, it's really just a way of tricking you, because 0, 5 means you go left or right, nothing, but up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is a y-intercept, so I can still say y equals 1/2 x plus 5 and just plug each piece in. And in that case, I can go up 1 over 1, 2. And so there's my graph. Now, again, though, let's say you don't pick up on this. You say, all I see is a slope and a point. Well, can I use point-slope form? Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. I certainly can. I can take y minus 5 equals 1/2 parenthesis x minus 0. And the nice thing is that gives me y minus 5 equals 1/2 x, and I don't need the minus 0 bit because it doesn't matter. So if I move my 5 across, I have 1/2 x plus 5. And so now it's the same as I see up here, and you still get the same graph. All right, so those are some basics. Let's go with something slightly more difficult, not much. If I have m equals 3/5 and I have the point 2, 3. In this case, again, point slope is going to be our obvious choice. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Y minus 3, because that's the y part of the point, equals 3/5 x minus 2, because that's the x part of the point. And so now I go over to my graph and I say, fine, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, there it is, and 3/5. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And draw my line, and there it is. So that is a perfectly valid equation. Now, if you wished, you could turn it into slope y-intercept form. And the way you would do that is you would give away the slope. So y minus 3 equals 3/5 x minus 6/5. Then add 3, y equals 3/5 x. Now, to do this, I'm going to have to find common denominators. If I do that, that's going to turn out to be 15. So I end up with plus 9/5. Now, 9/5 is approximately 1.8. Well, up 1, up 2, but it's not quite there. It's about 1.8. That makes sense. Go up 3 over 5. I still have the same thing. So whether it's y equals mx plus b or whether it's point slope form, you're fine. In fact, you could have just stopped right here because that would be enough to graph the line, and that is an official version of an equation of a line. So that's fine. Now, let's do another example. What if I don't have a slope? What if I have 4, 3 and 6, 5? 4, 3 and 6, 5. If I have just 2 points, I don't have enough for point slope because I don't have slope. I don't have enough for slope y-intercept because, again, no slope. But I can find slope. The equation for slope is m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, in which case I can simply say 5 minus 3 over 6 minus 4. Remember, you can put either point first, but if I put the 5 first on top, I need to put the 6 first on bottom. So in this case, I get 2 over 2, in which case it's 1. My slope is 1. Now I can say y minus 3 equals 1, parenthesis x minus 4. That's fine. I could also say y minus 5 equals 1, parenthesis x minus 6. You say those are different equations. They look different, but they're not. I can turn these into slope-intercept form. So if I say y minus 5 equals 1x minus 6, add 5 to both sides, I have y equals 1x minus 1. That's y-intercept form. Here, if I add 3 to both sides, I end up with y equals 1x minus 1 as well. And if I change them both to slope y-intercept form, they end up being the exact same form. But this, or this are all the same line. They're just different forms of the equation. So from that point, you probably have a couple things that you need to accomplish. Give me the equation and graphs of lines, so equations and graphs for m equals 3/5, b equals -2, m equals -4/3, and 0,5. Number 3, m equals 6/7, and the point is 5,4. And number 4, I have 6,2 and 5, -1. So there you go. Find the equations and graphs for all 4 of those.